Hello, this is Chris Young.
Chris Young, how you doing, brother? It's Rob and Slim Show.
Hey, how are you guys doing tonight? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate
no problem,
that.
man. Yeah, we were outside real quick on break, so we just
all
got back
good.
in and just missed the call. What's going on, dude? You're a comedian. You're near Hell, Michigan. How's Hell this time of year?
Man, we're hot right now. We're pushing 90 here in the area, so it's a hot one in Hell too. So,
Yeah, we were like 100 for 3 days. It was miserable. Today we got a little break.
Yeah,
little break.
Yeah. That's looking to get up on one of the Great Lakes here next week. So hopefully it'll be all cooled down.
Is it true if you go to like swim in the lakes too soon, like you'll die? Like when it gets hot right away because the lake's still really cold from the winter?
Well, it's not because of the coldness of the water. It's because of the algae.
Oh, I was thinking the Slambo lurking around the lake.
Well, also the Slambo murdering people. That also counts. But
Right.
no,
The
it's the
murder
algae.
he watched out into the
He
lake.
loves a good lake murder. But yeah, I heard that like you'll die if you jump in the lake like when it first gets warm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it feels like it could stop your heart, but I haven't had that yet. I'm headed up to Lake Superior, the coldest of all lakes, next week. So it's definitely makes you shorter than you claim. So
Yeah, I'm a shower. I'm a grower, not a shower.
there you go, man. Right? You gotta leave some magic. Gotta leave some magic. For it.
That's what they all say.
That whole gag. I was just swimming. What do you want from me?
I won't fall for that one again.
Yeah.
That's how I was conceived.
Exactly. Leave them guessing, man. Leave them guessing.
Maybe next time it'll be better, huh? That's what I was saying.
Exactly.
What have you been doing a lot of comedy, Chris?
Yeah, I've been staying really busy, man. It's been cool. It's always good to be back on the air. Picked up some followers from you guys the last time I was on the show, so I appreciate that. Thank you guys very much.
No problem, dude. No problem. Have you been
Yeah,
getting? Have you get a lot of work since you came on?
Nothing weird, but some followers. So
Cool,
we
yeah.
do the other part.
That's
I
all we
always been
got.
checked. So
We don't got listeners. We just got followers. What where did you win the My 20 competition? Did you do that?
Yeah, that was a few years back. Detroit TV had a screen out or a competition, and then it went on to the My Network and some things. So it was kind of cool,
Cool.
little thing that went out to some other markets, and so I evidently they saw in some other cities too. So that was kind of cool.
Did that get you a lot of work?
It's helped. Yeah, it's kind of helped. That like anything, you're always still banging doors every day and making calls and all that stuff. But it's been pretty cool. So I've got to do some casino shows and some church shows and local fairs and theaters and all kinds of other stuff the last few years here. So it's all been good. So
That's cool, man. What was that hard to get into, or could anybody get into that?
They had I don't know how it worked. You submitted, and they had a panel pick, and then from there it went to voting and things like that. So I'm not sure how I won it, because I know my mom couldn't have voted all of those times, so it must be some other people liked it as well. So
I don't let my mom watch my shit because when she does, she just tells me I drink too much.
yeah, my mom's I don't know about you guys, but my mom's one of my worst critics. I mean, you can have a really good show, sort of come off, and your mom will say the one thing, man. It's like, when you were in the changing booth and she pulled the curtain back and you're standing there in your underwear in front of all your friends. That's how you feel when you come off stage, and my mom will find the one thing that I didn't do, right. And I mean, she's very supportive, but I have her and one friend that it's like, okay, you guys need to shut up. You know what I mean? I don't know, whatever it is. So
watch your language. And you just said,
like, tell your mom to shut up. That's it, right? Yeah, it's not even so much language. It's like, oh, I like the way you did that joke, the other way, or why didn't you do this, or something. It's like,
why did you move your hand that way?
Why did you call that gentleman a blockhead? That was very rude of you.
Your hair looked really weird. Did you brush it today?
Did you smooth out the cowlick?
And she licks her hand and smooths out the cowlick. Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
I get my mom to do that every
day. And my head is shaved, so she's just making fun of my face at this point.
Oh, man. That's not cool. Moms.
But I just did some churches, and like I said, people always ask me, aren't you afraid to go standing up in front of a church and look stupid? And I always say, God's already decided I'm going to look stupid. I might as well just get on the boat with it. So.
I don't even like going and stepping into a church. I feel weird. Like I got to go back out and have a cigarette. So
that's
even creepier.
That's because you're slowly being smited by the Lord for stepping into His home.
I don't know, man. I think Jesus was a pretty chill dude. If you, I think he went out and hung out with a lot of other people that weren't in church. That's kind of my take on it.
I think he would hang out with me, but
not in church.
Yeah.
Remember when he flipped all those tables and shit?
Freak on the streets.
He smashed that church.
He was a crazy dude.
Yeah.
He was a badass motherfucker, that Jesus.
He had a wallet and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, my other church joke, I'll get these out of the way, my church jokes tonight, picking on my mom, and, that my mom never tells my kids no. They can have as much as they want of everything, man, and that really scares the heck out of me when we go into church and go up with her to take communion. I just have to slap my daughter's hand and say, no, Jesus.
No Jesus nuggets.
No more Jesus pie.
No more wafers. Just the blood. Right.
You've had quite your fill of Jesus' body for the day, dear.
Yeah.
Need more.
Need more flesh.
Give me that cup.
Need more flavor.
Flesh and blood.
Flavor country. That's what zombie Jesus.
Just punch the priest.
She growls as she's like feral in the corner.
Just grabs the goblet, like chill, right? So.
Kicks a choir boy out of the way. My wafers.
Escalating.
Lounging on the altar.
Yeah, but
so your daughter sounds pretty cool.
I think we need a lot of laughter because, man, everything else in the world is all so crazy that if we can forget about that crazy stuff for a little while and laugh for a little bit, it's all good. So.
People are a little too serious. Do you feel that comes into comedy at all, Chris? Like all the PC.
I do, and I steer clear of all of it. I'm not really, I really wasn't, to be honest, I really wasn't a Trump guy, I wasn't a Hillary guy, I wasn't any of that kind of thing, so I try to steer clear out of all of it, but I just know that people need to lighten up, man. We're all in this together, and, we have to somehow get it together. We're going to end up like those countries that we used to read about in our history books. So.
I never seen people so buttered over somebody losing like I did this time. Like, I never seen that. That was weird.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was a neither kind of what I call myself a neither-crat, not really a fan of, all of it, and that's what I was talking with a colleague today, and he said, what do you think about what happened today? I said, it's terrible that's where we are, man. We hear about that stuff in other countries, and I was more rooting for just a big sinkhole. It was indiscriminatory and just sort of flush all of them. Not what happened. So I was just hoping for a big sinkhole around Washington myself. So.
I voted for our intern, but he didn't win. He won a Twitter poll. Yeah. I put him up against those two in a Twitter poll, and he won. So I really thought that was like good beta testing.
Bunch of posers.
Yeah, they all faked
it. They screwed with the voting booths, man. Russia hacked the voting booth.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's it. Putin on the Ritz.
Yeah, that's it, man. So, But anyways, other than that, man, things have been plugging along, doing all right. And what's new with you guys?
Just living the life, living the dream, man. Just blowing up a little bit, Got a good lineup tonight. We got
Very cool.
Yeah, we're getting bigger, man. Getting bigger. It's like a boner in sweatpants.
Just keeps on swelling.
Right, man. That's
it's all you can do. It's all you can do is just tighten the drawstring.
Gotta have the magic, like we talked about earlier. So it's always leave them wanting more.
How long have you been doing comedy, Chris?
This is about 10 years now. So not full time. But
Yeah.
I was just talking to a friend, and we're coming up on sort of that. We're not good enough to to be good at it, but we're in it too far to give up. So, but yeah.
Yeah. But
I don't know, man.
Who have you worked with? I saw Dave Coulier. You worked with, right?
Dave Coulier. Dave Coulier was a really cool dude, man. He, he's on TV every day and sort of a Michigan kind of guy, and but Full House is on everywhere. He was cool. So some other guys that are around. It's one of those things. I'm a fan of guys that seem to have tenure. You know what I mean? That's the hard part in this business is. I know some guys, like one guy's an amazing comic. His name's Larry Reeve, Uncle Lair. If you get a chance to look him up, but he has been at this. He used to tour with Rodney, did Rodney specials, and he's just a great dude off the stage. But on the stage, he goes to work every night. So it's one of those things that I like to see guys that that have a career, not just have a little bit of flame for a couple of years and then you never hear about it, because it's one of those things that comedy, like sort of any job, is you have to be able to, not hate yourself too bad to go back to work the next day. So.
Have you ever had a bad set? Like, have you ever bombed?
Oh, of course, man. And as comics, watching other people bomb, I don't know about with you guys, but that's fun for us, right? To sit and watch your friends eat one is just, that rates right up there. I had a night where, and this is a true story, my good friend and I were doing this class reunion, right? So it's a 35th class reunion, and someone asked, hey, could we do it? And we're like, all right, we're not smart enough to say no at this point. So we did it. Yeah. And so they had their dinner. A guy goes up and starts to talk, and he says, now I'm going to read the names of our deceased classmates that couldn't be here with us tonight. And he starts ringing a bell for each name. He's like, and John Smith, Don, and Pete Hall, And this guy jumps up in the middle of this and goes running out of the room crying, this big dude. And he reads about 2 or 3 more names, and people tears and stuff. Rings the bell for the last time and said, here's your comedian, Chris Young. And the only thing I could do is walk up there and say, man, I'm glad he didn't ring a bell after my name. And after the set, I might need him to. And, it took me a good 10 minutes out of a 15 to 20 minute set to dig this hole back. And finally I caught, a few laughs at the end, but I walked off stage. And my friend that was going up after me, I'm like, man, you owe me one forever. I just was the custard, man. I took all of the arrows for you that could ever happen on that one. So.
Wow, yeah, you can't follow that. You can't follow the death list.
No, not in the bell ringing, man. It was one of those things that's going in the book one of these days.
You should have just grabbed the bell and went on with that.
Right.
After every joke, just ring it. Like, every joke just died.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've had, some other stuff where you bop, but that's, like I said, you just never know.
Or you could just hold the bell and be like, whoever's not laughing, you're next. And just right, dead air stare at somebody, you're next.
That's what I was going to say. Just get the list of all the people that are there that night and start reading their names.
And the future classmates that will die.
Yeah, right.
Tonight.
Yeah, right.
Who wants to put 10 on John? He's going to be next. let's make the death pool. So
we have the death list. Now we have the death pool.
Yeah, that's
there you
It's
go.
the theme of the night.
right.
Happy reunion.
Yeah, it's always one of those things, man. You never know. Comedy is unlike very few anything else or very few things that you just are like, you know, one of the last gladiators kind of thing, man. You're in the ring of and the people are either ready to see you be a hero or cheer for your death, and I think that's fun, but it's a scary kind of thing too. So
Yeah, I heard a lot of comedians say that like the first time they went up, they killed, and then after that they bombed. So like it gives you like I guess you're so nervous or whatever, you're so set on doing great that you do good, and then the next time up you do shitty.
Yeah, and it can be. I mean, I've done like shows where you do 4 shows in one night, which that's
Wow.
that's hard. Yeah, that's hard to keep. And you're doing one show like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're doing a 6 o'clock show. Then you're doing an 8 and a 10:30 or an 11, and it's just one of those things that to keep that momentum, you're going to have one crowd that you think, why did you people even come here today? So I don't know, but it's always, I've always thought it's never really, even though you want to blame them, and I guess it's not really the audience's fault. They showed up, but there's a few people that should have just stayed home and watched Bigfoot hunting or something like that. So
somebody dragged them out there, or they're there to support a friend who they don't really care about.
yeah, it's whatever it is.
I've talked about it before. I went to see Lewis Black headline, and everybody was cheering for the guy before him who sucked. I think I even booed the guy, and people were looking at me like I was an asshole. And then when Lewis came on, nobody was laughing. Nobody was laughing. I don't know. They were family of the other guy. That's all I could figure.
Lewis is freaking hilarious.
He killed. It was amazing. But yeah, these people just were not making a noise for Lewis, and like loving us for him. That sucked.
It's crazy what can happen in an audience, and I'm just glad that I saw what happened in L.A. with some people that were doing political stuff, and where they charged the stage and threw beer bottles and things like that. And that's, I don't know, man. It's gotten to a point where people just have lost any type of, I don't know if the word's decorum or just like class of themselves, like to. Just if you don't like it, don't make it worse. Yeah. I don't know. That's my kind of.
Yes.
Well, you don't go to pretty much anywhere else and do that. I mean,
no,
you don't go to a restaurant and start like, most people don't go to a restaurant and start like heckling and yelling at people. Yeah, exactly.
Start heckling the chef and the chef.
Wow, what a great burger, asshole.
Go back to the culinary school.
Right.
Call these onions.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I hope people soon get and chill out with each other, because if not, man, we're headed for some, and I'm not trying to be a downer, I'm a pretty positive guy, but people need to chill out with each other, so that's my take on it.
Yeah. You gonna ask something?
Yeah, well, actually, it's not even that good of a question, but I was curious when you were saying doing like multiple shows in one night, is it all at one club, or do you go to multiple clubs?
Mostly here in the Midwest. We're not like the New York or LA scene where we can do multiple clubs in a night. This was all in one club, and what it was is they had a corporate like Christmas show for a corporation, and then they had their like early dinner show, and then they had their regular show and late show. So it's like, they tried to fit it all in, and corporate crowds can be like, can be great, or they can be people that are like, I have to come hang out with people I don't really like to hang out with at work anyways. But this one turned out okay, but like I said, it's just for a comic. I know guys in Vegas sometimes do 3 and 4 shows a night. You just kind of have to, that's where comics, everyone can say they killed for one show, but true sort of, pros can make it through 4 and the whole week without, losing it. So
Nice, nice.
I was also curious, Chris. You have like a day job as well?
Yeah, yep. I do that. So it's one of those things. And at this stage of my life, man, I'm 44. I'm not old, but I'm too old to want to live out of my car, so to speak. And and that's there's a lot of guys that are even it's a rough kind of life if you're gonna take it on the road and things. And I don't know. I started this too late in life and already had a house and already had all that other stuff to want to think the seat in my car is comfortable forever. So the guys that are doing it, kudos to them. So
right. Can you talk about what your day job is?
Yeah, sure. I work for a company. I manage some warranties for a company, and also I teach a little bit. I do some contract teaching, so some subbing, some contract teaching. So it allows me to sort of do both, and I like I said, I don't know at this point in life if I would ever, until at least my daughter graduates and my wife's tired of seeing me at home and all that other stuff, just live out of my car. But
just leave, bro. Yeah, at that point, then you pursue that. I'll be back,
yeah,
maybe.
We'll find out.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, right. I'll see you.
You could be like, I'm going for pizza.
Right.
Well, and of course, you go for the pizza first before you leave. Because
What's
Right,
that, Chris?
you gotta have pizza first. Right, yeah, that's where you make all your decisions.
Yeah.
But I hope to here in the next maybe 7-8 years, when my daughter's older and all that stuff, approach. I really haven't pursued it. I was asked about it, but I haven't approach the cruise line industries and some things like that where you go out for a week at a time and stuff like that. But right now, man, I have a friend that's doing that. And the good thing is, I have one that's doing it whose kids are younger, and it's tough for him. I have one that's doing it whose kids are older, and the one that's doing it, his kids are older. It's really not much of a, well, daddy's gone kind of thing. It's just, hey, dad's going to go work, and then he'll be back, and he's got a couple weeks off, and blah, blah, blah. So it's one of those things that, everything happens for reasons, and I think, I'm not at that point yet where I want to approach it, because if they tell you yes, then you have to be ready to either take it or turn it down. So.
Yeah.
So it is something you definitely considered, though, like you would do cruise ships.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think that's,
I heard they're good gigs. I heard it's good money, too.
Yeah, it's like anything else. So I know guys that are doing some that are, you're out for 7 days and you're doing 2 and 3 shows a day. Some cruises are a little different where they do, not as many shows. Some they do more. And it's just one of those things you have to have the act, which I'm not afraid that I don't have the act yet. It's just the time of being gone, and if you're out a week, you're out 2 weeks, whatever it is, that you're basically, there's your life on the other side on shore stops, because there's nothing you can do when you're out on a ship if your kid's sick or your
I would have loved that when I was married. My ex-wife was miserable. Like going on the cruise ship, baby.
Right. Oh, we gotta go to work again. Right.
Then just you mail a letter home, be like, it's sunk. Sorry. I'll kidnap the kids one day.
Right.
while you're eating the pizza,
Right.
is when you're writing the letter.
Right. You order the pizza, writing the letter. You're
Pizza
exactly
stain
right.
on the letter.
Yeah, grease stains all over.
Oh, that's amazing.
But joke's on her; she thinks they're tears, so it's fine.
Yeah, back to this heat and this oppressive sun, and I know it's one of those things that I haven't seen it anywhere, and I had an idea. I'm sort of a pale guy, so I burn easy, but I thought of an invention that I just need someone to help me market. It's called Beer Screen. It's beer with sunscreen in it, and you just drink it, and it self-applies itself out through your pores. I think it's a $1 billion idea, but I just don't know how to
I want to
go
test that on our
market.
intern's
For sure.
Lamborghini. He's going to be drinking a lot of SPF 100.
I don't know. I'm
Right.
pretty milky white.
You guys, you both can drink. You both can
Yeah,
drink.
so I mean, that's the thing. If you get, you drink too much and pass out in the sun, well, you're covered.
I
So
like
it's
that.
all good.
You gotta have like a Surgeon General's may cause cancer.
Right.
Drinking
Colon
sunscreen.
cancer. And then you show pictures of rotted out colons. Like the Canadians do
That's the
with
logo
cigarettes.
for the company. Is a rotted
There
colon.
you go. So, yeah, I don't know if that's got legs or
MCCC
not.
Industries, may cause colon cancer industries. Chris, we had to wrap this up, dude, but thank you so much for talking to us.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it, and I'll keep tweeting it out there that you guys are cool stuff, and I appreciate you guys having me.
Thanks, man. Where can everybody find you?
Yep, they can find me at chrisyoungcomic.com. chrisyoungcomic.com. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter at chrisyoungcomic, and looking forward to talking to you guys again someday.
Awesome, brother. Have a good one.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good night.
Take care, Chris.
I'm doing.